Solo, a Star Wars story, is directed by Ron Howard and stars Alden Ehrenreich. Is it just me or are these movies starting to feel forced? Ron Howard has directed a wide variety of films, some of my favorites being Willow, Apollo 13, and Rush. If he's run into problems in the past, it's often that spectacle overshadows story, and Solo's no exception to that. The visual details in this film are really nice, some of the best I've actually seen in Star Wars, but for me, execution matters a lot more. It really felt like Ron Howard knew exactly how he wanted this movie to look and feel, but that's about it. Alden Ehrenreich plays a young Han Solo, and he wasn't bad. I'm not a die-hard Star Wars fan, so my connection to that character isn't as great as a lot of people who go into this movie. The script called for a Han who had a lot of growing to do, and I think Alden did that really well, even if he didn't really look or sound like Harrison Ford. I'm sure some will be looking for a more direct portrayal, but given the script, I think Alden did a fine job. Woody Harrelson was in this, and he was okay. He just felt really bored to me, almost like he was just saying the lines and wearing the costume. His emotional moments weren't very hard-hitting, and it made his character pretty forgettable. I thought Donald Glover's portrayal of Lando was really interesting, but definitely a miss. I think he overacted it to the point of making me really realize I was in a movie more than once. The movie mostly looked pretty good, but there were definitely a few really sweet shots. The director of photography was Bradford Young, who's most recently DP for the movie Arrival. I thought a lot of the establishing shots and wide angles were fantastic, but whenever the movie got really moving, the editing got in the way. The smooth, fast-paced editing was really fun to watch at times, but also got in the way for the sight at hand. The movie was also really dark and foggy for most of the movie, which I get for the sake of the plot, but it was just kind of boring to look at for some scenes. The movie was written by Lawrence and Jonathan Kasdan, who are actually a father-son duo. In the past, Lawrence has helped write movies like Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and even The Force Awakens. This is the area in the movie that will definitely make it or break it for most people. Solo is filled to the brim with fan service and references. It really did feel like the writers were under the assumption that I knew as much about the Star Wars universe as they did when writing this movie. I think that'll be great for some people though. One moment had me grinning even though I'm pretty sure it was absolutely pointless. John Powell composed and adapted the music for this movie. Super middle ground for me. I thought some of the adapted Williams stuff was great, but of course it was, it's Williams. But whenever the score tried diverging and trying something different, it just really felt jarring and didn't work. I appreciate the effort, but overall it didn't hit home for me. At the end of the day, Solo was just fine. Nothing truly special. I was hoping for a little bit more, but the movie just felt a little rushed and maybe a little forced. I give Solo, a Star Wars story, a 6 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. If you saw Solo, let me know what you thought. I'm especially curious to the more devoted Star Wars fans. If you like this review and you want to see more, go ahead and like and subscribe, and there'll be more coming.